What do you think of when you think of a revolver in a video game? I'd be willing to bet that you think of a hand cannon, a handgun that kicks so much ass that it makes everyone on the other team rage quit. A gun with so much power that it physically makes your testicles grow with how much testosterone gets pumped through your veins while you attempt to control such a firearm. You might think of the Python from Black Ops, or the 500 Magnum from the recent COD games. Or maybe you even think of the Old West and the old single-action 45 that helped conquer it. You know what I bet you don't think of? This piece of shit right here. Okay? I've been playing XDefiant since launch, and I've unlocked every single gun in the game, and I've used them just enough to understand whether or not I like them. Okay? So far, every gun that I've used has felt viable and worth using either standalone or alongside a piece of utility. Okay? Except for this piece of shit worthless excuse for a Magnum, okay? The 686 Magnum feels like I'm shooting a fucking Nerf gun with forced artificial recoil, okay? That's what it feels like. It sucks. I hate it, and it makes me mad that I hate it. So if you'll lend me your ears for a few minutes, I'd like to tell you why. The Magnum does fuck all damage and does not one-shot in any circumstance, okay? I don't normally make claims for buffs or nerfs. I think that a lot of times those are overblown and they're not implemented in the proper way, okay? Majority of the time, they want to nerf better weapons to make them in line with the worst weapons, but then you make all the guns worse and you just go through an endless cycle of nerfing the good guns and just making everything shit. As of right now, everything feels good and everything feels viable in XDefiant, except for this revolver, okay? I desperately wanted the Magnum to be a one-shot headshot, okay? I thought it might have been for a while, but it's not. I don't think the Magnum is viable in any circumstance you find yourself in. You're better off punching someone to death rather than shooting them with this hunk of shit, okay? It doesn't one-shot headshot, even at point blank. It's a two-shot to the body at most ranges, except for, I want to say, past 50, or at 50, around there, it becomes a three-shot to the body. It's still two-shot, but you have to hit you have to hit a headshot, then a body shot, or two headshots, or whatever. And that is just shit. For a 6-shot hand cannon revolver, that is dumb as fuck, okay? That's stupid. And I understand what you're thinking. This is a secondary. It needs to be treated as a secondary. You're right, it does. So let's compare it to the other secondaries, right? The Desert Eagle. The Desert Eagle is also a hand cannon. 50 Action Express. IRL, 50 Action Express. A lot more powerful than 357 Magnum, okay? Then that is what the 686 shoots. If it is based off of the actual Smith & Wesson 686 revolver, it's a 357 Magnum, okay? And for balancing reasons and everything else, you most of the time want the revolver to do more damage than the Desert Eagle, right? That is, they tried to set out and do that, but it only does 5 more damage than the Desert Eagle. Somewhere around that, some minute number, okay? It's shit. It's shit. That's fucking it. Not only does the Desert Eagle shoot faster than the Magnum, the Desert Eagle has a 7-round magazine compared to the 6-shot revolver. And that's not even talking about the extended mag for the Desert Eagle. That I think gives it 12 or 13. I don't know. I'd have to look back at it. But the Desert Eagle can have an extended mag, which just completely makes the Magnum obsolete. There's no reason to use the Magnum when the Desert Eagle exists, okay? There isn't. And even then, if you think that it's just the Desert Eagle that's better, the 1911 shoots faster, has more ammo, okay? 3-shot headshot, but feels better. A lot more ammo. Same with the M9. Same with the Raffica. Okay? All 3 of those handguns feel better to use and are more fun to use than the revolver. Alright? All of them have a faster time to kill. But now this is just the firing range that I'm showing you all this in, right? How does it feel to torture yourself in a real game? Well, it's so god-awful that I started this game of Escort with hopes that my teammates might carry the objective and I would be able to stay back and try to get some cheeky kills here and there. Well, I did so fucking awful that I decided it would be better for me to leave and get replaced by someone else that would actually help, okay? The revolver does not feel good to use. It's not fun. It's not. It's not even a challenge to use like most revolvers are. You have a revolver, stupid recoil, but it's a one-shot headshot. If you're accurate, it's like having a pocket sniper rifle, okay? Without a big scope, without any of that. That would make it a challenge, and that would make it fun to use, okay? It's none of those things, and it feels like shit. It just does. So in conclusion for this video, for the love of God, if the XDefiant developers are somehow seeing this, or someone is seeing this that can somehow have a bigger voice than me and put it out there, we need a damage buff for the Magnum. I beg of you. I beg of you, give it a damage buff, okay? Or at least make it an 8-shot revolver. Yes, those do exist. 8-shot 357 Magnums are a thing. They're prevalent. Please. Please, make it viable. Make it viable, I beg you. I don't really beg you, but please, just make it cool. Anyway, this has been the worst gun in XDefiant, at least until they buff or nerf things, which I hope they don't. I don't want to see any kind of balancing as of right now, because I don't see a meta gun. The AK is really good. I see the AK used a lot, but that's really about it. In the games I've been playing, I see a big variety in the weaponry being used. Some people use SMGs, some people run around with shotguns, some people snipe, some people use the assault rifles, some people use LMGs. It's all over the place. Okay? I feel like XDefiant is in a very, very good place. The balancing is okay. None of the guns seem overpowered, and the only one that seems underpowered is this fucking revolver. That's it. So I don't want to see any big balancing issues. I don't want to see any big nerfs or buffs or anything like that. I don't want this to become like Helldivers is, and where Helldivers just continuously started nerfing and nerfing and nerfing until you find a gun that is so good that it outperforms everything else because everything else has been nerfed into oblivion. And you just continuously go on that cycle of you buff a gun when everything else sucks. That gun is amazing. Everyone else uses it because it's the only thing fun to use. Then you just repeat that cycle over and over and over again until you go insane. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening to my rant.